Om Shanti. Welcome to today's episode of Masters of Change. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as being stuck somewhere you don't belong. We need to be able to adapt to changes frequently so that we can find the place where we truly belong. And to help us understand the change and to have the right kind of perspective towards change, today we have with us Sister Rani from France. Welcome, sister.
Thank you. Welcome.
How are you doing today?
I'm fine. Thank you very much. I'm very fine here in the headquarters of the Brahma Kumaris, where I feel really at home. After 3 years, I come back, so I'm very happy.
Oh, great. Why don't you start by telling us about your journey and how it all started?
Okay. So it's maybe unusual, but I was not searching for anything. I was quite happy in my life, because usually when we start a spiritual journey, it might be because you miss something, but no, I was really happy. I was very young. I came at a very young age to this wonderful knowledge. And
how old were you?
I was nearly 20.
Oh.
I actually celebrated my 20th birthday in London with the first time I went to the Brahma Kumaris there with seniors, and it was really quite amazing because it changed my life completely, nearly from one day to the other.
How was the experience like, and did someone introduce the organization to you, or did you happen to find it yourself?
So I was not searching, so I wouldn't have gone to any conference or whatever. So it's a friend of mine who was traveling in India and searching for I don't know what. And when he came back, he told me, maybe, it's sort of 7 days course, but I got everything in one evening.
Oh,
when he visited.
So your friend did the course first?
Yes, he visited my home, and he gave us everything. I was in a couple, and it was, yes, this is it. This is my truth. I don't know if it was
so
the
truth, friend
but
shared
it's
it with you,
truth.
and that's how you got to know about it?
It's a friend of ours. As a couple, we had a friend, and he visited, and when he came back, he told us everything in one evening, and I knew the whole.
Wow.
And it was really, it was the first time I think I was spoken about God and love and spirituality in a coherent way. I really need coherence and logic. And it was crystal clear, and I think it awakened something in me, and I was sure this is my destiny.
What did you do next after hearing that?
After that, he told me everything, so I tried to live in that way and have more insight, but I didn't want to take the course. My partner took the course, but I didn't want to hear about the course. I wanted to go to India and to meet all the seniors of this wonderful university.
You never did the course?
I never did the course.
Wow.
No, it came
new.
just like this, yes.
So when did you come to India?
I came to India, this was in June, and I came to India in February the next year, so in 81. And we had, at that time in Delhi, a very huge Mahayagya that was with many stalls from all over India and all over the world too. And after 10 days in Delhi, I went to the headquarters here in Rajasthan.
Mount Abu. How was your first experience like? The Delhi experience plus coming to Mount Abu, how was it like?
Delhi experience was amazing because I met people from all around the world, Brazil and different countries, and it was amazing to see how, and this is something that I like very much, this knowledge was so universal and could touch any soul from anywhere in the world. And that really attracts me a lot. And to see how also all were so different. It's not because you have the same philosophy, let's say, that you are just the same. Everyone is so different, and that's what I like very much, because I've always been very independent and very quite a good sense of my identity being different from others. And I enjoyed that very much, that you don't have to be the same as maybe I have the feeling in some religions that you're all the same. No. Spirituality is this for me. Each one is absolutely unique and beautiful.
Religions try to sometimes impose something on you which you don't even believe. Did you ever find that spirituality something which you didn't believe in and they were trying to impose on you?
No, never. What I know, because, I've come from France. France, it's not so easy to speak about Brahma Kumaris. It's a strange name and we have to be quite low profile. But the ideas, the notions of the knowledge are so interesting, so deep, that you can really present them in a very nice way and very practical, because this is what spirituality, it's very practical, it's day-to-day life. I know Sister Shivani, she explains so well how we can imply that in our day-to-day life, and this is quite amazing because there's no end to this.
Correct. So I want to know how the service is like in France. Since you said it has to be low profile, how do you reach out to people and how people come to the center?
We do have centers, and it's written sometimes Brahma Kumaris, sometimes Raj Yoga, but what we have to offer is really needed by people. Everyone. So they will find a way to come. We can't do much advertisement, but we still have a website and everything, and YouTube channel and meditations online, and so we can reach us, but we can't. For instance, sometimes we can't hire a hall or something. Sometimes because we are seen as a cult, but still, what has been very interesting in this challenge was to find ways to present things in a very, practical and without the wordings that can be complicated. You really have to find your own way of transmitting this knowledge. And this is interesting because you have to go deep into it and to experience it so that you may have the faculty to give that to others.
How did it help you in your daily life, day-to-day routines, and was it difficult because you started at a very early age?
Yes.
So if you can talk about that.
I started at a very early age, and sometimes I thought it's a bit too early.
Yeah.
But for me, it's been a completely new life. I hadn't thought about God before. Really, I was not searching for anything. I just wanted to be perfect. That was the aim of my life. Yeah. And when I was exposed to this knowledge, it was knowing God, which was quite a good thing and very important. And it's the center of my life because I needed that. In fact, I didn't know I needed it, but I really needed to have that wonderful relationship that we can have with a eternal and spiritual being with no face and no image. And for me it was a complete change. But my relationship with the One, let's say, has been changing all over because I feel he's the perfect one and we can have all relationships with him. So in the beginning, my main relationship certainly was a teacher because I needed this knowledge and to imbibe it, but mostly the beloved because, I was in a couple and we split because I knew my destiny was much higher than that. He stayed in the yogi life, but I was living on my own and then to the center. But, this relationship with God was so nourishing me. But nowadays it's no more the beloved, which is the main one, but mostly kind of a partner or, mature, one more mature, I would say.
You share everything with God? Like, whatever you do, whatever you think, like you keep him with yourself, or how is it like?
Yes, he's really the center of my life. So it's not that I speak to him all the time, but I know he's here with me, and everything I do, I try to do with him and for him, because I'm retired now, so my whole time is because I'm translating a lot, and so it's really as a company which is always there and so elevating, so uplifting, because I think one thing that I think I have done and I'm still doing, and I think it's, for me, a main basis, is to enhance the self-esteem of the self, because and with the love that I receive from God. Because we all love God, or all those who speak of God love God, but to love God is an experience, but to be loved by God is another experience. And I think this is very central, because if I feel the love that God gives me, and if I see myself the way He sees me and He sees each one of us, then I can live a really good human life, because I am full and I don't need anything from others. So my wish of being independent was really successful there.
So it helped you in raising your self-esteem and self-respect, you found?
Yeah,
Did
absolutely.
it help?
Absolutely. And also because of that, to have very good relationships with others, because you're not needy at that time, you can really be. It's not that I don't really like the idea of being a giver. You're not giving anything, but when you're full, you just radiate, and people take what they have to take, and you don't feel empty after that. This is quite important. And God is like this. He's like the sun, and He does His work. He shines, and He gives light, He gives energy, and I just have to be under His rays.
That's a very nice way of saying it. You don't give, you radiate. Sometimes you go to give, and then people take it in a different way. They are not ready to accept. And when you radiate, then if they're interested, then they'll...
Yeah, and you don't mind. They do what they have to do, and it's not your problem. I mean, if you just radiate, you don't even look if people are taking or not. And also this, because many people are very generous, but after that they say, oh, I gave so much, I feel empty. No, in spirituality you never feel empty if you are with the source. It's all the time, it's going through you. You don't do anything. I mean, it's just, you take from the one, and it's, like too full, we say in French, trop plein. So it's just radiate.
Flowing.
Yes.
So, why don't you tell us about the community? Do you have any friends in this community? When you came, you were new to this community, and you have survived so many years. So, how is it like?
Yes, I think the way of living in the Brahma Kumaris, and particularly this aspect of seeing each other as brother and sister, is absolutely essential, even though I was 20 and I was not so keen for that in the beginning, but really it's the best way to feel, secure, to feel strong, to feel yourself really grounded, and to rise the self-esteem. And so you have such good relationships with others, because they are clean from all the game powers and seduction power and all these kind of things. And for me, it's wonderful. It's always been wonderful for that, because this kind of purity, although it's a name, it's a word, in France, we can't really use this word, but this idea of being clean in your mind towards others. You don't want to seduce them. You don't want to be special to their eyes, just because you are special to God's eyes, and that's enough. I remember once traveling in India by the train, and I was speaking with a family, and we were speaking about God, and I don't know how it came, but in the discussion I said, beforehand I was lighting myself with candles, Now I found the sun, so I don't really need the candles. And this is really that. So of course, we have relationships and very good relationships, but they're, as we say in the Brahma Kumaris, and I love that very much, loving and detached. And the more I am detached from anything in this world, the more I can feel God's love. The more I can nurture myself with that. And for me, that's the main nurturing thing, It's the fuel. If I have this, I don't really need anything else.
Yeah. Are there any experiences that you can share with us with some seniors of this organization when you came, and you must have met a lot of seniors that time? So are there any experiences that stayed with you?
Yes, plenty. I do remember in Delhi the first time I was hearing, Daddy-ji is coming, Daddy-ji is coming. Daddy-ji was the main director of the Brahma Kumaris at that time. It was Daddy Prakashmani.
Okay.
So the whole university. And I didn't know who she was. And when she came, it was very beautiful. When she came, all the other senior sisters were in a circle, and she hugged. She was in the middle, inside, and she hugged everyone. And I was traveling like this so that each time I could see her hugging the other sisters. And when I went after that to the bus, I started crying, and I said, I want to become like her. She was so inspiring, so light. She had so much light within her. It was amazing. And I was very fortunate before that, when I was in London for the first time, to celebrate my 20th birthday with Daddy Janki and Didi Manmohini, who was the second head of the whole university at that time. She left the body in 83. But, and they were in Heathrow, and many people were around them because they were greeting themselves with a flower in the middle of the airport of Heathrow, very busy, and there was that like an oasis of silence, of beautiful light. So, and I had some exchange with them also. And Daddy Janki called me Rani. This is her.
That's how you got
Rani.
your name?
Yes.
Oh, how amazing. How difficult were the changes for you? You must have made a lot of changes with respect to your, as you said, that you had to consider each one as your brother and sister. That change. The other change being the diet change, non-veg, no non-veg food.
I must say, I never really consider things to be difficult. I haven't worked for that. I have a light nature, which makes me feel that if it's difficult today, it won't be difficult tomorrow. So don't think too much, and don't let things have an impact on you for too long. This has been, for a very young age, my motto, let's say. And so I can't say it was very difficult. It was difficult because I didn't have I think you said the sanskara, or the habit of being celibacy. And but I knew intellectually, I knew very well that this was what I was supposed to be, not because to please anybody, but to be myself and to respect myself. And so this was the mainstream, and so it was not so difficult.
So it was an easy decision for you to take.
Yeah, it was an instant decision, really instant. And for the diet also, it was instant. And also I was smoking, so I stopped smoking. But I was very determined. It was as if there was a light, instant light, and so, but it was not to obey anyone or to be in the mood. It was really for my own sake and for my own respect. I really started, I think, there to respect myself completely.
Right. Okay. What changes, I've heard that people should look at each other as souls and not human bodies. So when we look at the other person as souls and not humans. What changes?
Yeah, I think for me, I wouldn't say, yes, of course I see souls. I mostly consider the being in front of me, he's completely unique, is a world apart, and I can see only this because he has a long story, and even the soul himself or herself does not know about that. So it's more in that awareness. It's not that I don't see the body or no. It's really, this is just the envelope. It's the car, and I'm interested in the driver because this is the person I want to speak to, not to the car. So this is more in that sense. Maybe the car is young, beautiful, not so good. It doesn't matter. What I want to see is the person and understand that there's a whole story. There are habits that are maybe not nice, that I don't like, but I want to see what's real in the person. And what's real in any person is what is beautiful. So this is one of the things I learned here.
And every person has something beautiful to see, to look at.
I think everyone is beautiful. Everyone, even the awful things that we hear in the news. But the soul in itself is peace and love and bliss and happiness and power. But this has been really damaged along the way, and we've completely forgot that. But as soon as we come back to that, then the connection with God is really something very, not only possible, but easy. But as soon as I realize who I am as a being of light, of peace, these are my inner quality, which have been recovered by many others, qualities and defects. But I should not identify myself too much to what I do and to what happens to me, and try to see beyond that. And everyone is beautiful. And the more I see the beauty in the other, the more he will see himself. So it's very important that I keep this vision.
How many years has it been since you came across spirituality?
42 years.
42 years. So what keeps you going? What keeps you motivated every day? Once you get up, what is that one or two things that you look forward to and which makes you say, today is a fresh day and I need to do what I've been doing since so many years?
Well, it's mainly truth and love and happiness. I'm working on happiness. This is really my my barometer. And wanting to care for others, because I feel I have so much, I have received so much, I know so much, and I can, I'm sure, help any person. So, and it's not, once again, helping, it's really trying to find something and letting it come, because I don't know what I will say or what I will do, but it's to share what I've received, to really be, understanding and comprehensive, because so many people are really searching and they don't know what they are searching for. That's why it has to be not diluted, but given by those, and not wanting to impose anything. I don't want anyone to become a Raj Yogi, because I don't think many will become Raj Yogis, particularly in France, but I know everyone is a spiritual being, so spirituality will help them. If each one can know themselves as a spiritual being and linked to God without all the wrong ideas that we have about God. I don't know so much in India, but in France, God is punishing, and if I think God punishes me, then I close myself to God. I don't want to hear about Him. I don't want to take, a big bang on my head. If I understand that God is just love, just like a son of love, then I open up like a flower and I take all the things that He has to give me. So This is my...
Do you think is it possible to stay happy throughout, forever?
Throughout forever. This birth, this life, yes. I think there's a journey, and we can't be all the time happy because of karma, philosophy. If you do something wrong, and we did, all of us did things wrong because we didn't have the awareness of who we are. So once
After getting this knowledge, is it possible?
Yeah, I think so. You have to be putting things into perspective, because there will be some karma returns.
Yeah.
So you have to understand, and okay, but I don't like sorrow, so I try not to allow sorrow to come to me.
Yeah, so that's not an option for you.
No.
You don't allow sorrow to come. So.
No.
So that's the right kind of perspective you have, and any challenges also come, so you take it as an opportunity.
I try, yes. Anyway, I know, I have the feeling, and this is in our understanding of the philosophy, that anything that comes, particularly now, is beneficial. Not beneficial for me, Veronique or Rani, but for me, the soul, who at this moment I am Rani, but I am a soul, and this is beneficial for me because it will help me maybe develop tolerance or patience or whatever that I need anyway to develop. So it's a good opportunity for me to do so. And the more I react to things that happen, the more I suffer. Correct. So I don't want to suffer.
So to have this outlook, to have this positive outlook that you have, what is your daily schedule like? What do you follow in your routine?
Main thing for me, really the main thing, is to get up very early and have my meditation. During my working days, it was really helpful, and I never missed. I really don't, unless when I travel, but otherwise I never miss it. It's really important, and it's not an option. Even if sometimes there are no special experience.
Yeah.
But I know that just by doing that, by being awakened, it's very important for me to be awakened in my meditation. Even if sometimes my mind can go somewhere, but I don't want to sleep at my meditation. So I go early to bed also.
Yeah.
But this is the main thing. And then, of course, we have... Particularly, I'm living in a center, so we have what we call the Moli, which is some aspects of the knowledge that then we can imply in our day-to-day life. But this is for me the most important things. But there are many things. I have this fortune, this really big chance that I speak 2 languages. So I've been translating many things in French, and so it's refreshing all the time, because it's all about these aspects of knowledge, and it's wonderful. I love this knowledge very much from the very beginning. It's really so useful, so practical, so deep, so elevated. It's amazing, and I'm sure it can help anyone.
Yeah, if they follow, if they're consistent with it, I'm sure.
Yes, but even for someone who doesn't want to follow, there are things that they can take for their life. There are some people who come to our centers, they take 1, 2, or all the courses, and then they say, thank you, I'm much more Christian now, and it's okay. I mean,
as long as it is benefiting them.
Yes, the idea is to help souls to find themselves and to realize themselves in their own way, because each one is so different. Yeah. And this is one of the things I really enjoy. And in France, it's very important that people feel free, nothing to be imposed.
That's so beautiful to hear all these experiences, and thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me.
It was a pleasure, and we would have loved to continue the conversation, but the time only permits us this much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.